Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the April 1st, 2026 City of Rome Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. And it is approximately 6:30 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the members to order real quick. It's all taken care of. Okay. All right, we're going to do it a little bit differently tonight. After I get everybody's attendance, I am going to let you guys know what we're going to do. So for attendance, Michelle Reed.
Here.
Joe Pasqualetti.
Here.
Jim De Castro.
Here.
John Mangelino.
Here.
Raymond Tucker.
Here.
And from Corporation Counsel, we have Angie Toomey, and from Codes Office, we have Mark Domenico. So last meeting, we had a tabled item, and I was not here for that. So I'm going to recuse myself right now. And Mr. Tucker was the chair during that time. And we have all the other members that were here last for that tabled meeting. So I'm going to let him take over as chair right now until we address the next item on the agenda. Okay, Mr. Tucker.
All right. Motion to remove the application from the table.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor of taking, which I guess I should say what it is. Sorry. All right. So yeah, sorry. The application is. Oh, this one's missing. I have the old one. Yeah, I got it. It's the one that actually sent me. So, we're addressing table item 26-002. Malik Sherry, owner of 324 Henry Street, is seeking to convert a building into mixed-use building to include a convenience store and single apartment building. All those in favor of taking that item off the table, please say aye.
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 Opposed? None. All right. Items off the table. So we heard discussion last meeting on this proposal. We had the public hearing. And then we had tabled it for them to provide us with some financial documents as to meet some of the use variance criteria. So do you want to speak to the financial?
Yes, we were waiting for him. That's what I think, to be honest. He was just 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. So for the public's benefit, there's 4 things that must be met in order to for us to approve a use variance. 1, the applicant cannot realize a reasonable return, provided the lack of return is substantial as demonstrated by competent financial evidence. 2, the alleged hardship relating to the property in question is unique and does not apply to a substantial portion of the district or neighborhood. 3, the requested use variance, if granted, would not alter the essential character of the neighborhood. And 4, the alleged hardship has not been self-created. And this is a use variance to establish retail goods, which is not allowed by right in an R2 zone district.
Okay. We already provided you guys the estimates for the residential 2 units. And I'm giving you, the people are selling the house in the neighborhood. That's the summary.
Do you have comparables?
And plus, if we open a store, we will compare from residential into the schools.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got to swear you in first, sorry. My apologies. So please go up there. Name and address.
My name is Najam Adnan.
Thanks, John.
My name is Najam Adnan, and I live in 404 West Locust Street, Rome, New York.
Okay. Do you promise to swear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Anybody else going to talk? Anyone else going to speak to this? Let's swear you in at the same time.
Hi, sir. My name is Malik Shahriar. I'm living 703 Lincoln Avenue, Rome, New York.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir. Everything.
Thank you.
Matthew Verghese, 311 North Washington Street.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. All right, now please proceed.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to give you guys this first. Okay, hold on. Okay, that was the summary. Let me provide you guys this. I think I have one there. Just one more thing.
Yeah, copies.
Give you, I have just one copy. Oh. Okay, we provide you guys the estimate. And for the resident, if we go for residential, it's gonna cost us around $500,000. And that is just the store as it is. If we open the store, it's not gonna cost us anything. And we can open, and if we spend 20, 30 grand up on that, Though, and even we look the state website, they're still listed as a commercial building over there. I think Matthew can explain that better. I can explain in a store side, the financial side. If we open a store, how is it going to survive? How is it going to provide the job in the community? And how is it going to help the community too? So, Matthew, you want to come?
So the question of convert or returning it back to a 2-unit space, obviously it's going to require significant changes to the existing structure. With the present requirements made by the New York State Building Code, the cost for the mechanicals, fire separation, life safety, as well as amenities for appliances and fixtures, put the total, because there's really no basic existing allowance for it to be residential. It was previously used as a commercial space. So it basically requires a full rebuild as a residential space. And doing the breakdown, I think you guys have the Excel spreadsheet that was done for a residential space, which totals, I believe it was $489,000. It's in the ballpark of just under $500,000. Obviously, the location of where it's at, rentals down there. Again, we looked up some comps. They look like they're renting for about $1,000 a side. So at $12,000 per annum times 2, $24,000 minus taxes, insurances, upkeep, maintenance. It's just not a reasonable financial.
Plus the investment of the $500,000,000, we need a loan to make up that building. So,
Correct.
yeah.
So from a financial hardship, it would be a significantly easier changeover to allow it to be a commercial space, which is what it's already built out as. There would be minimal costs from that end, as opposed to people living and, most importantly, sleeping in the space. The secondary important thing, and I think it can't be understated, is the fact that there is a neighborhood need for such a location. If you consider the facts of Grand Union, closing in the next few months, although it might already be closed, I'm not quite sure. Aldi's closes at 8 p.m. Rizzio's Market up the road closes at 8 p.m. And Walgreens is your only other option, and I believe they close at 10 p.m. Malik's intent is to be open later than that, probably till about 11 p.m. So for a situation where when you consider the neighborhood, most of the people in that neighborhood do not have the luxury that most of us have, which is an automobile. So their options to be able to get any type of grocery, deli item, or such at that hour is minimal. Their options would really be to go up either boulevard to one of the other locations. I know personally that I have lived in Rome for the last 20 years or so, and the growth of people who are require or have no other option but to travel on foot has increased significantly in that period. And I think adding more people who may or may not be walking on the boulevard late at night is a terrible idea. So again, if you look at the comps for the buildings that are for sale, even if you subtract the top two and the bottom two, they average out to be about $150,000 to $160,000 sale. If you're lucky in that area, this is not North Rome. And then if you look at, again, your comps for what your rentals are, again, I think $1,000 per unit is going to be probably a fair number to work off from a financial end of it. The final question of self-creation, as I said, the building was previously listed as a commercial space. It's even currently, as of this morning, listed on the website in the Rome City website as property code of 400, which is in New York State considered a commercial space. If a average homeowner or building purchaser looks on that, they would just assume that that's still the case. I understand the explanation that after a certain period, it does revert back to what was the previous property class, but we would ask some allowance for the existing situation. And we're open for any other questions if the board should have such. Do you have anything else that you want to add? All right.
Okay, I would like to explain if we open the grocery store, and which is a store at this point, we need a minimum amounts to invest to open a grocery store, because it has a windows, it has a door, everything is right there. It's a one flat building like a ranch style, and we need just a cooler. Companies give the cooler on a lease basis because we would sell their stuff like a Pepsi, Coke, all other products. So we need to invest around 20K. Out of 20K, because Malik has a very extensive experience on a grocery store business, and he's been working around over 15 years. So based on his good experience, he can run really good and help the community. He has a plan to sell the dairy product there, plus the dailies, like a daily meats, like a salami, bologna, and all other kind of things. His wife has a good experience as a bakery item. They are still selling the bakery items. He work in a New London market, and they sell the bakery items over there too. And if you look this snapshot, suppose if we open a store, if we start from the daily sale from $250, which is we need around 10 or 15 customer a day. If we increase the sale by 3% a day up to 60 days, so our sale would be, and which is around, this is a regular figures. If we open a store, it goes up because daily people get to know, store is open, they come, they buy daily meat, they buy dairy products, butter, milk, baby formulas, baby diapers, like all other kind of things too. Then the beer and the cigarettes items. Okay, if we increase the sale, daily sale would be, after 2 months, it would be 1,400. So this is a summary sheet I made for 7 months. If he open a store on June 1st, So in 7 months, if you see the front page over here, so sale would be around, total sale would be around $267,000 in 7 months. And if we take the cost of goods sold 70%, so his gross profit would be $80,000. So if we take the expenses out based on the 7 month, his card fee would be 8,000. His rent, mortgage, and taxes would be 7,000 because he does not have to invest anything at this point. If we go for the rental unit property, like for the apartment, he has to take the loan from the bank around $400,000, and it will be too hard for him to make the mortgage payment. Based on the rental income is not enough to cover up their mortgage payment. And he will hire 2 employees for 30 hours a week. If we make a payments around for 7 months, 28,800 to them, 2 employees, 30 hours a week, it's been 60 hours a week employees will work, and plus the payroll tax, all expenses, if you get together, those are in detail here, it would be $57,000. So say the gross profit is 80,000. If you take off the $57,000 out, his net profit would be 23,000 for 7 months. This is just the lowest figure I take it. If we, the next year, if we go in a 2027, if his sale increased by 10%, and the yearly sale would be $504,000, and his profit, gross profit would be $183,000. Out of the, if you take off all expenses, $97,000, his net profit would be $86,000. So it's easy for him to run as a grocery store, as compare if we convert that building in the residential unit and spend too much money on over there, and there is no return for that. He will never recover that money because he has to take the 30-year mortgage for that.
Question. So this original application is to convert the building into mixed use to include the convenience store in a single apartment dwelling. So what we're looking at here is for just a convenience store, correct?
I think we go for just convenience store at this point.
Because obviously if you have $500,000 in renovations to do residential, if you even have 1 unit, you still have substantial costs, correct?
Yes.
So the statute requirements, and Mark can speak to this far more eloquently than I can, but when you add the residential component to any commercial space, the life safety and fire separation kicks in to a fairly significant level, and you could even increase the occupancy level such that a sprinkler system, which hasn't even been included in our estimate, would be required.
So, Mark, is that, we still okay on the way this is written in here, that it's mixed use as opposed to being full commercial as far as its advertising? Okay. All right, so we're looking into that. So
Okay.
beyond that, excuse me. You mentioned hours of operation. What are the hours of operation you're looking to have?
We open early in the morning, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Or Sunday, 10 p.m.
I got a question.
Yes, yeah, go for it, Michelle.
It says here that you want to, all the items that you want to sell at this, and you're saying beer and wine products. If this was, you can't sell those items under this allowed use. You can, it has groceries and all that other stuff, but beer and wine can't be, alcohol can't be sold.
The beer products. like
Beer
that.
product like regular store. maybe?
Alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just a basic alcohol.
Just basic alcohol
Just
like beer.
Basically, it is like you can sell in a grocery store.
Yeah, that's not.
Not liquor.
They could sell
Yeah.
beer and wine under retail sales, yeah.
Yes, under retail sale. They have a under option beer and wine option. They have a one beer option under grocery store. Then there is a one beer/wine. They have a very minimum wine they under license the beer company gave us.
How big's that building? We got no drawings, no plan, nothing.
The drawing, I
I
think
mean, come on now.
Sarah Bitot, I don't know, she was on a virtual.
You're looking in the air sky for numbers.
No,
We're right here.
Yeah, I think the square footage is 5,000 square feet though.
That's
I
not
think
5,000
she
square
submitted
feet. You
drawing
can't-
when
Is there a
we-
cellar?
It was, I think there is no cellar.
That building's not 5,000. Mark, what's it say on the tax line?
You know
I'm getting-
what the square footage for that? We can check it. He has a paper in his car.
Who do you got doing this work? Union workers? Union guys?
To do which work?
Which,
Where'd you get these prices?
Which prices?
that one is from the real estate agent gave us those, the houses pricing.
Oh, 462,000.
There was a spreadsheet that should have been included in the first.
To make the 2 units at 460. I do renovation.
I know. So
I bought houses
I
for
broke it-
48 years.
I broke it down for each one of the, it should be included in your,
That's the
Total.
breakdown is attached, sir.
I don't like it. Okay, whatever you want. That's what you present. That's it. No plans, no drawing, nothing.
Drawing, I think,
You don't know how
Sarah,
big the building is.
we have architect, she submitted a drawing before we submit the application, I think.
We don't see
With
it.
the
We don't have
application, the
nothing
drawing
here.
came in.
There's nothing here.
Could we call her quick to bring her?
We ain't got
in?
time for that.
She said she's on a virtual over here. I don't know. I sent her the link for the virtual.
So how many spots do you have for parking there? What do you think your parking spaces will be? 7 to 8?
The parking is, yes, more than that.
In those hours, are they set, you know, can they reduce to maybe 9 or 10 instead of 11, you know, of hour to stay open?
We can reduce.
Of our, you know, 11, you know, can you go to like 9 or something to reduce your, instead of staying open so late?
So you want us to reduce the hours of working?
Well, I mean, just, I'm putting it out there for, you know, hours operation, you know, in a neighborhood, you know, traffic coming through and people, you know, kids going to school, sleeping.
Yeah, we can cut down, but whatever the way cities allow us.
So it's,
Yes.
I'm just asking if you're
Yeah,
set
I
in
mean,
stone.
is there a requirement for the number of hours to be?
Right,
set
what
to a
is
specific-
your set, I mean, is it, there's things we look at, you know, for in neighborhoods, you know, to,
so that, yeah, the,
Yes, whatever you guys tell us.
you know what I'm saying, you're in a residential neighborhood, so,
Yes.
and you're thinking you got 7 to 8 spots for parking?
At least.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. Both sides is a parking.
Mhm.
Yes, both sides. I think it's more.
9 cars parking right now. There if you-
And so what else do you think you're gonna sell in there as far as any takeout food like subs, donuts, stuff, or you're gonna make?
Not donuts like you guys tried in New London, but our cookies, my wife making
Yeah.
the same thing. I'm trying to sell here, plus something whatever she made. Like
Sarah Mitard, she's our architect. She said 2,100 square footage. The building is
Pardon?
2,100 square footage.
That's more like it. So how big the apartment gonna be?
It's about 1,000 square feet aside.
And you only have 1,000 feet of retail.
No, it would be, in that scenario, it was just to do 2 apartments by themselves. Without any commercial space.
21, I can't do the math.
So you'll have tobacco products too?
yes,
you go for
same-
your-
same as it is like
How much?
whatever in New London I'm
Yeah.
selling, same thing I'm selling here, like, you know, because New London, I'm working for somebody else. I'm live in Rome, my kids live in Rome, my house is Rome, so I don't know whenever he's selling, like, you know, that's why I'm buy this building, like, you know, so try to, because I don't know, like, this is merging, like, Najam, my friend, he tell me, okay, you buy it now you need to convert to the zoning man. Otherwise, I have no idea. So this one building is near my house, like Lincoln Avenue, and this one like Henry. First near my house, plus this area I search it because I live here almost 6 years in Rome. So this area for hotel till all the way Copper Factory have no any store. If you go over there, park the car, I see in my eyes like, you know, sometime you have a kids in your hand, you have only one chips of packet and you all the way cross the road in winter, snow, windy, rain, whatever. That's why this area I selected, because here is no store. Whatever buy this area, they need to cross the road, go to Sitco or Stewart. This is the nearest because Grants is close. Because I'm already in this line.
So
Sorry.
you think, so what would be your items that you would sell? Would you be
Sir-
strictly like, groceries and stuff, or are you gonna get into some like these? To a head shop to also in there?
London market.
Sir, same.
And I know it's in New London.
Yeah, same thing.
and-
There's household, beer, soda, candies, groceries,
Right, there's
drinks,
also a lot
same
of
thing.
Other stuff in there that I don't know if it's in the retail business that we can restrict, but
No, sir. Look, same thing. New London Food Mart. Last 6 years, I'm working over there, right? You
Right.
know that. My wife work over there. I have 2 helper as the ladies. Like only I'm the man work. Otherwise, ladies stand on the counter. Lot of people coming over there ask me, okay, I give you this, you sell it or this and that. I'm not selling. Why? Because
see,
I have one family. My son is little, kids little, so my wife look after. I don't want to go any other, headache. So I don't need to do anything restriction items.
Whatever the restriction would be, we won't.
Even some news coming, Crampton, I'm through it. Like, before anything else, like whatever is illegal, I don't like this one. Because kids going school, if I do anything bad, so reputation, going bad for my kids. Everybody know that. So Rome is not like city you say is very big. Here is everybody know each other very quickly. So I don't need anything headache because I need to live there. So
The Sarah Matar said that she said she can submit the drawing anytime if you guys need it.
so would you have like a meat deli in there too, or just no?
Yes, sir,
Uh,
meat deli. Yes, we will sell.
I'm trying to go to meat deli as well.
Would you do sandwiches and
No,
stuff?
no sandwiches, sir. I'm selling the meat.
Okay.
Does the drawing have the mixed use or is it
I
just
think
for
we
the
just
store?
change- We will follow just one the store. Because
Okay,
it's
so
already there.
I-
It will be so easy.
So after talking with Corporation Council, we have to do what's submitted to us and what's through the public hearing, which is a mixed use building. If you want to modify to only a commercial use, we would have to let this die on the table or kill it outright. And you'd have to reapply under that specific use scenario. Because right now we're considering something that isn't what's been put out to the public. Okay? And that's the part of the public hearing, part of being the zoning board is they have the right to know what's happening in their neighborhood. So if that's the way we want to go, then we should stop that discussion right now. And you guys have to make that decision if you want us to continue addressing as a mixed use, but I don't think you have the paperwork to show that. If you want to go solely commercial, you're gonna have to reapply with that as the application so that it goes out to the public correctly. Does that make sense?
Does.
Okay.
Okay, just for the record, I will give you that provision. It's section 80-19.7, subsection G, entitled withdrawals. And the pertinent provision states the applicant may not amend or withdraw his application after the official notice of the public hearing has been transmitted to the official paper for publications. Okay, so once you've had that publicly noticed, you can't make any changes to it.
So do you guys want to talk for a second and figure out what you'd like us to do? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'd like to see this.
Can you go on to?
I know, but you gotta be careful. You can't tell them what's gonna cost and what's gonna be built.
No, because right now, that's the thing we're considering. We have to table it.
That's what I'm saying. That's true. I said you need rates. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to say.
There are three of us. I think we're gonna let it die on the table.
Okay.
The only question we have is how soon can we reapply and would it be sufficient enough for us to appear at the May meeting?
I think that the application, I can stretch it to the 6th. Is the first Wednesday of next month, the 6th?
It is.
And we're the what? The 1st is today.
Yeah, the 6th would be the first one.
So we can, give me a call tomorrow and
Okay.
I can get the application material to you. I'll
Okay.
write up a new denial
Okay.
based on your description
Yeah.
of the modification,
Yeah.
and then you guys can turn that around. If you can get it to us by the 5th, then we should be able to get all the mailings and notifications out. It gives us 30 days.
Okay.
Okay?
And is there, I know there were multiple questions, one of them clearly being we want to be able to give you guys all the information that you need to make an informed decision. Certainly we'll make sure that we have a better schematic of the store along with hours of operation as well as items that would be for sale in the space. Are there any other items that we can provide?
Just parking calculation
And
based
parking
on,
calculation.
based on the new
Okay.
all commercial
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
The parking count will increase.
Okay.
I didn't look at that. I looked
Yeah.
at the one unit and then half the store,
Yeah.
so take a look at that and see
Okay.
if you have adequate off-street parking.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll give you an additional drawing with including the whole lot size and where we could put parking in association to where the store is and where traffic may or may not be such that we'll be able to give a volume of pedestrian as well as vehicular traffic.
Yeah, also, if the drawing can also show lighting,
Okay.
if there's going to be any security cameras and screening.
Yep.
As basically as much as you can show us on the design, that
Yep.
would be the most beneficial. Yeah, where the garbage is going to be located, any landscaping, just be as detailed as possible. Thanks.
Okay, so I think most appropriate, we'll just vote on it and kill it that way. So if, actually, no, we should probably let it down the table. Can I have a motion to table this application?
So move.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor of tabling the application?
Aye.
All right, so it's tabled and we'll leave it there and we'll wait to see your new application.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's all yours, John.
That's gonna be a question. Back, baby. All right. Yeah, I don't want to be here for that. Okay, so we've got, next item on the agenda. I'm back, I am unrecused now. So, back on, to item 26-003. Adam Ventura, owner of 5292 White Road, is seeking to construct a 40 by 60 pole barn garage, which will exceed the allowable footprint size. This requires an area variance because it's in the agricultural district, and the code, section 80-13.2, under accessory structures and uses, section 6, says that the footprint of a detached accessory structure cannot exceed the footprint of the principal building, which is measured as the square footage of the building footprint that is roofed. This limitation does not apply to agricultural accessory structures for a lot in agricultural use, such as barns and silos. Is there anybody here representing this project?
Hey, John, before we go forward, can we excuse our alternate?
I'm going to excuse Michelle Reed before I call anybody forward. Thank you for your service this evening. All right, is there anybody here to represent item 26-003? If so, please step forward, speak into the microphone, state your name, your address, and your relationship to the project.
Adam Ventura. I'm from 5292 White Road and the owner of the property.
Mr. Ventura, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, so you are looking for an area variance. Within your application that you submitted, and the things that we consider are 5 standards. I'm going to go through them, put them in the record. Number 1, whether an undesirable change will be produced in the character of the neighborhood or a detriment to nearby properties will be created by the granting of the area variance. Number 2, whether the benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than an area variance. Number 3, whether the requested area variance is substantial. Number 4, whether the proposed variance will have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district. And number 5, whether the alleged difficulty was self-created, which consideration shall be relevant to the decision of the Board of Appeals, but shall not necessarily preclude the granting of the area variance. All right, this is your opportunity to tell us what your project's all about, and if you can address each one of those, then that would be great.
First thing, we're just building a pole barn to basic storage, tractor, boat, vehicles. I do have a barn on the property. It's currently falling over. It was there when we bought the property, and we're going to be getting a permit to actually have that taken down. The property, the new pole barn is not going to be an eyesore for anything on the road. It's actually the same size as another one that's on the road, so it's kind of within the limits. It's already on the street. And I do have a couple letters from the neighbors on the street that just basically saying that they're okay with it. They have no problem with us doing with adding on.
All right. All right. If we have any questions, I'm sure we'll ask them. That's a good description, though. I'm going to open it up to the public to see if anybody would like to speak regarding this project. Please go back to the back microphone. Yeah, we got lots of microphones around here. Please say your name and address and tell us what you think.
Name is Dave Zakala, 5350 White Road. I own all the left side of White Road adjacent to Adam's proposed barn. I also have a 40 by 64 pole barn on my property, which I built 26 years ago, apparently before this code or rule or whatever came about. Obviously, every rule, law, code does not benefit everybody's situation. We're in a rural district on a dead-end road, which this land that Adam owns partially is used by the city for a turnaround. So by him putting this barn there and an entryway is going to really benefit the city, because what a mess they make now with that city plow. I got to go down there every time and clean it up. I have no issue with this. Like I said, I own 40 acres of road frontage, and I hope you guys vote to let him do what he's gonna do here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zakala. Any questions from the board? Are we ready to vote? I think we are. All right, on item 26-003, area variance for Adam Ventura at 5292 White Road to construct a 40 by 64 pole barn that will exceed the allowable footprint size. I'm going to start with Mr. Tucker down there.
Well, I don't believe that we have to change the character of the neighborhood. As stated, almost every property there has a pole barn, so just for another. Not to mention the fact that this is the very end of White Road and a dead end road. If we were to see it, it's probably itself. The occasional person gets lost.
The snowplow guy.
Whether it's feasible to go in another spot, I think given the way his property wraps around White Road, it makes sense to where to put it. Whether it's substantial, I don't believe so, given the amount of property that Mr. Ventura owns. Whether the impact, adverse impact to the neighborhood, no. He's basically doing a trade-off farms. Whether it's upgraded, I suppose it is, but I don't see it being a detriment. So, go in favor of the.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. Mr. Pasqualetti.
In favor.
Thank you, Mr. DeCastro. Thank you, Mr. Maggiolino.
I'm also in favor.
Thank you, Mr. Maggiolino, and I agree with the rest of my fellow board members. Looks like a good project and looks like you hit the standards best you could. Do I need to read that in there? Okay. So you guys got approved 5-0. Congratulations. Make sure you get all your permitting through Mr. Domenico and take care of all that before you do anything on the property though. Okay? Congrats.
Motion to adjourn?
All right, I got a motion
Second.
for Rayson. Actually, I got Joey. Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Meeting adjourned.
I know we got the data.
Hey, Michelle.
Are you available? I got this.
At least I'm hearing about it now and not like during the meeting. No, I was, someone had called yesterday. Because it's stable. But yes. I actually was.